You were fine, and then they took it off the market. Right now, we're gonna go to Bob Peterson from the Punta Gorda Isle Civic Association, celebrating their 50th year.
50th anniversary this year.
That's amazing.
It's terrific.
Started in 1962, and
Any original members still around?
yeah, that's a good question. I would say probably not. Most of the people who are members of the association are retired, and unless they retired very, very early, I would say.
Yeah.
But we still have some people who were there pretty much at the very beginning, towards the very beginning, but not the original
Yeah.
members.
And this is gonna go on the weekend of November 16th and 17th and 18th,
That is correct.
and it's gonna be it's a party.
It's a big voters party. That's what voters do.
And with the Boaters Party, you also have the Festival of Lights thrown in there, when they're lighting up Fisherman's Village, which is an amazing event.
certainly is.
Over 1 million lights.
Mhm.
This will be my 3rd year down there, and every year it gets, wow. You know, that's just amazing.
Well, as you know, Jeff, Punta Gorda is a boating community, and what we're trying to do is to show the not only the people in the county, but also throughout the southeastern United States that Punta Gorda is a boating community. You may not be familiar with, but Claiborne Young has a website called cruisersnet.net, and we subscribe to that, and we're one of his advertisers. And if you go to there, you'll find that people from, you know, the east coast of Florida, Georgia, some may even be coming down for their weekend.
All over the United States,
All
people
over.
know about this place.
Yes.
I was interviewing one day Randolph Scott's son,
Oh my goodness.
Christopher, and he's a boater. He's a sailor. He's up in Maine, and we were talking about walking the footsteps of a giant.
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher was talking. He says, "Jeff, well, where are you in Florida?" I says, "We're at Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte." He says, "Oh, greatest sailing town in America." And I'm like, here's a guy that could travel all over the world. He comes down here to sail. He motors his boat from Maine all the way down to here,
Yep.
just to sail in Punta Gorda. And I'm saying, are you serious? You know about? He says, Jeff, he says, Sail Magazine classified you guys as one of the top 10 in the nation.
Yes, we are.
And that people don't know that. Why not?
You know, this 2012 has been an amazing year for boaters. We started with the International Federation for Disabled Sailors. I'm not
Right.
sure if you were involved with that. I was one of the VIP boats, and that was
Okay.
really a unique experience, seeing these disabled people out there, highly competitive racing. It was just really something to see. Followed by the Charlotte Harbor Regatta, the Leukemia Cup, and now we've got the Happening on the Harbor, or the Harbor Happening.
The Harper Happening.
Right.
And it's just amazing what you've got going on for the entire weekend for boaters coming into town.
Yes, we start Friday, the 16th, and we ask boaters to come out, those who want to anchor out west of the bridge, to come out and start setting up around 11 o'clock in the morning. For those also going into the mooring balls, we're going to have people 11 to 3 stationed at the mooring balls in small boats. Many people haven't used the mooring balls here, or maybe anywhere, and so we're going to have help where people will tie up to the mooring
Taxis.
balls. And they'll be working to get them set up. They can serve as taxis. Most of the boaters, though, will have dinghies on their boats and go back and forth. We will have water taxi service available
Okay.
on Saturday
All
also.
right. So they've got to make sure you know what the number of your mooring ball is when you go out there so you can get back to the right one.
That's correct.
You don't want to be on the wrong boat. You've got boater Dockdale parties at the Pavilion at Gilchrist Park, in the community room at Lashley Park. Boaters should BYOB, ice glasses, food to share, and chairs. You guys will provide the paper plates, utensils, and napkins and stuff.
That is correct.
That should be a good night. And then that's just a get together.
That's just a get together. Like I said, boaters like to party. And so we can get together both at the Gilchrist Party Pavilion and the community room in Lashley Marina. And then after that, people will probably break. If they want to, they can go back to their boats to have dinner. They can eat dinner downtown. They do whatever they want to do.
Have you had to take reservations for this? I mean, have people contacted you guys, let you know they're coming in, or what mooring balls are going to be?
The mooring balls, we right now still have about 8 or 10 of them that we have not filled, and we're still recruiting people. But it's still early. A lot of the snowbirds are coming back now, so I'm sure.
Quickly from the northeast, yes. Yeah.
Particularly, yes. But you know, our objective is, one of them is to fill the mooring ball field. It's never been filled. The most I've ever seen has been 1 or 2 boats there. But we want to have all 42 of them filled. That's on the east side. Most of those will be power boats and trawlers, because many of the sailboats can't get under the bridge.
Right.
And then also, if people want, they can anchor out north of Lashley Park there. There's some good anchorage there. There's some excellent anchorage, which would be west of the 41 South Bridge all the way to Fisherman's Village. And we're hoping to get, honestly, we're hoping to get about 300 boats out there at anchor. And then on Saturday morning, around 10 o'clock, the fishing club is going to come out with about 80 of their boats. And we have the PGI paddlers who will be coming out, and they will be bringing about 50 kayaks, and they're going to form a flower. And so that should be pretty impressive.
And then we're taking pictures of this?
We have 2 photographers, one that's going to be in a helicopter that'll be shooting stills as well as video, and then we have another private pilot who's volunteered to fly up and take pictures from his plane as they fly over both the Charlotte Harbor area west of the bridge, the mooring ball field. And the other thing that's interesting, we're going to put together a human sculpture. We're going to get over 500 people, and they're going to form the letters P, G, I, C, A, and the number 50, because this is the 50th anniversary of the celebration. And so that's going to entail a lot of people at Lashley Park.
So we invite you to come down and partake. I'll be down there from about 10 o'clock on, just getting everything together, getting everybody ready, and talking to people out there, and playing some music and having some fun.
Absolutely. And what we need, and we probably will need some people last minute to form the letters. All we ask is wear a white T-shirt or wear a white shirt.
And we better get more people, or we'll only get to 5. Instead of
Well, we
50.
already have certain clubs that have picked the letter, and they're going to be filling that in.
Now, I got a question for you.
Okay?
Taking these pictures with all these boats and everything else going on, is that going to diminish people coming here because they're going to see all this activity and say, oh, look at all the boats down there, I'm not going down there, it's too busy? Because it is a peaceful community. There are boats out there, but you never see them because they're either up where they're out, they're in a canal somewhere, or the sailboats are sailing on the weekends, which is probably one of the most beautiful sights from the bridge.
It certainly is. You know, Jeff, one of the things that's really interesting is you travel, or as I travel up and down the West Coast, and I've got friends who travel up and down the East Coast also in their boats. Almost every place that they pull in for the night, or if they're anchoring out or whatever it might be, there's somebody from Punta Gorda or from Charlotte County that they run into. And oftentimes it's 2 and 3. Several years ago, my wife and I and 3 other couples went to the Abacos. We rented a sailboat we were out there, I think, 8 days. And every place that we went into, we saw somebody from Punta Gorda.
I know, as I was in Turtle Key, I ran into somebody from Punta Gorda, and it was funny. And the golf course there, the lady we went up to, who ran the golf course, was a Collins, and I says, well, I don't think we're related. She was African American. She kept calling me my mother. So, but it's a neat. The town is so neat now with this going on. You got the Punta Gorda 500th. You got the 125th of the city of Punta Gorda. Ponce de Leon coming in 500 years ago. It's all culminating this year. 2013, 2012. This is going to be a fun time to be here.
You know, and I'm sure you see this more so than I do, but this area is a really unique area because people like to congregate, they like to meet people, and they're active and they do things. You know, people say they're retired, but they're not sitting around waiting to die. In fact, one of the favorite expressions I had particularly is, how in the world do I ever have time to work? I'm so busy now.
Exactly, and I've seen more people like that. It's 20 after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. Tommy's going to check on your weather for today. We'll be back with Bob. And any questions you might have about this big event, the 50th anniversary celebration of the Punta Gorda Isle Civic Association, if you want to come down to the park on Saturday, wear a white shirt. That's
great.
That's it. We'll be right back. Tommy?